Chapter 1, Part 3, Bell Rings. Kids rush. Mori sees a letter for the first time. Then one day, the shelter bell rings, and suddenly, the whole place comes alive. Kids running, pushing, scrambling through the halls, everyone rushing toward the commotion. Mori gets swept into the crowd, completely lost in the chaos. And then something catches his eye. A boy nearby is holding something, small, sealed with red wax. Mori stares at it, head tilted. "What's that?" he thinks. A nearby older boy answers without even looking up. "That's a letter, sent by a sponsor. Sometimes they send gifts like that too." Mori blinks. A letter, from someone who cares enough to send one. The concept is completely new to him. The red-haired girl notices Mori standing there confused and pulls him aside. "Don't you have a sponsor?" Mori just stares blankly. She sighs and explains. "A sponsor is an adult who takes care of you." And immediately the other kids jump in. "Adults are kind." "No, they're bad." "No, they're not." Back and forth until someone finally settles it. "Okay, let's say half are kind and half are bad." Everyone agrees. "All right." Then the conversation shifts to a kid named Matthew. Apparently his sponsor sent him a massive toy last time. And what does Matthew use it for? It's for hitting people on the head. So, yeah, half and half seems exactly right. The kids keep going. Lily's sponsor bought her a dress with tons of frills. It's so gross. Joe apparently even talks with his sponsor on a regular basis. It's really disgusting, according to the others. Then someone turns to the red-haired girl. "What about you?" She immediately sits up straight, crosses her arms, and announces, "Of course I don't need a sponsor." Everyone looks at her. "Because my mom promised to come and get me. She said she'd come after I sleep for just 100 nights. She's glowing with certainty, completely unshakable. And then she turns to Mori. 100 nights will pass in the blink of an eye. You know? Mori just stares at her, not quite understanding. But something about her words is already taking root in him. That night, the two of them sit together in the quiet dark, a small lantern flickering between them. The girl stares into the distance and whispers, "I hope she comes soon." And Mori just watches her. The silence stretches out. Then we get this beautiful slow moment. Mori blinks. And when the panel opens up, we're looking at an endless sky full of stars. The narration drifts in gently. It felt as if the stars were passing by quickly. They came down from the far reaches of space. Something is stirring inside him, something he doesn't have a name for yet. The next day in class, a teacher holds up a little green alien toy and begins explaining the history of their world. But before she even finishes, a boy with big round glasses slams his hand down. That's a lie. Why would the teacher lie? Obviously because they think we're babies. And then, the boy pulls out a thick, heavy book and drops it on the table. Everyone leans in. "Where did you get that?" "From the principal's study." Now this is the real history lesson. The book tells it straight. A long time ago, aliens came to Earth. And we're not talking little green men like the toy. These were massive, glowing, rainbow-colored beings towering over entire skyscrapers. World leaders scrambled into emergency meetings. Humanity built their greatest weapon, something called HABK, the most powerful thing they had ever created. They launched everything they had at these creatures. But then, the page turns. The alien just opens up and swallows it. The whole thing. Gone. Gulp. And the alien ate it, so the humans surrendered. The kids stare at the page in complete stunned silence. Someone finally asks, "Why did they eat it?" Another kid just shrugs. "Hungry." Absolute genius from these children. The bell rings outside and snaps everyone back to reality. Kids scatter across the yard. Life at the shelter goes on, ordinary and warm, even in a world that was once brought to its knees by something from the stars. And then, right at the very end of the chapter, a teacher calls out quietly, "Mori." He turns around, a question mark practically floating above his head. She holds out an envelope with a gentle smile. "It's a letter for you. You've got a sponsor now. Aren't you happy?" Mori takes the letter, opens it slowly, reads it, and his face says, nothing. No joy, no excitement, just stillness. And we cut to the red-haired girl nearby, watching him go, eyes soft, almost worried, because she understands something Mori doesn't yet. A sponsor is not what this boy is really searching for. Deep down, without even knowing the word for it, what Mori wants is a mom. And that is where we leave Chapter 1. A boy who never learned to speak, never learned to trust, and never even knew what a mother was, is now holding a letter from a complete stranger. And somewhere in that quiet chest of his, a question is just beginning to form. Who sent this? And could it be someone who knows him? Chapter 2 is coming next, and trust me, things are about to get so much more emotional. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Subscribe so you don't miss the next part, and I'll see you there. Take care.